Separation of church and state is so woke, so that's clearly got to die. The Trump administration issued a memo earlier this week that is going to allow federal employees to effectively proselytize their religion in the workplace. And that's supposed to be a good thing. I don't know who they're going to be proselytizing to. Most of their coworkers have been fired. But for those who are still employed, here is what they're going to be allowed to do. This is a memo by the US Office of Personnel Management that says it provides clear guidance to ensure federal employees may express their religious beliefs through prayer, personal items, group gatherings, and conversations without fear of discrimination or retaliation. Employees must be allowed to engage in private religious expression in work areas to the same extent that they may engage in non-religious private expression. And I have no idea why we would need to make sure that they can do religious stuff at the exact same level as everything that's not religious, like their job or whatever. And the idea that now we're just gonna have big group prayers and they shouldn't fear discrimination. What about the people who aren't a part of the religion of the big mass prayer that's going on in the middle of like a HUD meeting or whatever?
Yep.
Screw them. They should have been Christian, I suppose. The federal workers will be allowed to display and use items for religious purposes. So Bibles, artwork, jewelry, posters of religious messages, crosses, crucifixes, and all sorts of things like that. They may engage in conversations regarding religious topics, including attempts to persuade others of the correctness of their own religious views, provided that such efforts are not harassing in nature. But I'm not too worried about that. I mean, every time in my life that someone has tried to convince me that their religion is the one true one, I've never felt harassed by that, and I can't imagine anyone else feeling that. And so this is great, awesome, glad that they're spending their time on this. Tory, what do you think?
First of all, which religions? Can all religions do this?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Can I guess which one?
Yeah, you get it right. Can a Muslim do this and also go out and discuss and evangelize there? Can a Satanist? Can a Satanist put up satanic religion? Because if you're gonna do a First Amendment with religion, first of all, this is already unconstitutional. The ACLU has smoke at their feet going to the Supreme Court for this. But let me ask you, if you want to allow proselytizing all these things and having prayers, then you better get ready for Satanists to light some candles and have a pentagram behind their back. Because if that's what you're asking for, you don't understand what a slippery slope is. And you have just walked into one and you are sliding away.
Yeah, those people will definitely be fired immediately after like having their crucifix necklace or their poster of like a goat sacrificing something or whatever it is that they do. This memo would seem to imply that that should be protected. It's obviously not going to be. So yeah, the Satanic Temple should find a worker to test this.
Thank you.
Do the lawsuit or whatever. Now, the joke in the end will be on us because our courts are utterly beholden to Donald Trump and will give him whatever he wants. So the Supreme Court, I'm sure, will be like, oh no, from now on, Satanism is no longer a valid religion. There's two, Christians, obviously, Jews, kinda, a little bit.
On the border.
We're okay with you.
We're on the border.
Don't act up. Don't vote Democrat.
That's right.
And we'll see.
And to be honest with you, I just have to say, like, those prayers that people are like, what? It's no big deal. When you evoke Jesus and, even at sports gatherings, like, it is a little harassing. I'm not trying to be this girl that's like really hurt by everything and sensitive. I'm a stand-up, I can make jokes, but I do feel somewhat harassed when that happens and I feel uncomfortable. And so for you to say like, it can go to the point of harassment, whose objective sense is the border for what's harassment and what's just evangelizing? Like, who gets to make that decision? Because that's interesting. Yeah.
And it's just, I'll end on this. It feels like they come in and they're like, oh, you know what? We just want these workplaces to be workplaces. But you got the left with all their DEI stuff and CRT and none of that has to do with merit, okay? And then immediately once they fire all the people of color, then they're like, let's start talking about religion. What does that have to do with your job? Why are you reading a Bible? Why are you reading any book? Get back to work. Okay, you're supposed to be earning a paycheck. You want people to do prayer circles? Am I paying federal employees to do prayer circles?
Yeah, with my taxes? Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense.
No. What's that part in Ben Stiller with Happy Gilmore? You just pulled gardening duty. It's like, get back to work.
Exactly, and topical with the sequel coming out.